Hi, my name is Aishwarya and this assignment is for Business 183 course at Tribal University. So, everybody has a crave to make the restaurant style food at home. So, now I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to share the world's favorite food pizza recipe. So, to make pizza is not very difficult to make at all. It's very easy and you just need to follow 3 simple steps for that. So to make pizza, you have to just follow 3 simple steps. The first one is crust, and the second one is for the sauce, and next is for the pre-pizza. That is just sliding up before the oven. The ingredients for the pizza, crust, and the sauce is like, for the crust, it's like warm water, table sugar, yeast, olive oil, salt, and all-purpose flour. That's the AP flour. And for the sauce, I would prefer canned tomato paste. That's because it's red and it won't be sour. The fresh tomatoes you can never predict how it's gonna be. So canned tomato is good. And if you use a fresh tomato, you have to blanch and then you have to blend it. So you can skip those procedures as well. So I would prefer the canned tomato paste, and then water, onion powder, basil, garlic, oregano, salt, and grated Parmesan cheese. And for the pizza, just follow the quantity of the crust recipe. And for the sauce, you don't need as much as sauce you want to use it for your crust, because just 2 to 3 spoons of sauce would be enough. But making a recipe for that would be hard. And also for this sauce, this can be used in your spaghetti and so many recipes, Italian recipes. So you can save the sauce in the fridge and you can use it later. And shredded mozzarella, then pepperoni. That's my favorite topping. You can use any of yours. And then cornmeal. For the dough, in a bowl, take a 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar, then add a 3/4 quarter of warm water. Around 110 degrees Celsius of warm water is enough. Then stir it up until the sugar dissolves. And then add the active dry yeast. Just sprinkle it up. A little bit is enough. And then leave it aside. You don't need to stir it up. Just sprinkle and leave it aside. After 10 minutes, it will bloom and it will form nicely. So at that time, you can add some salt, virgin oil, and the 2 cups of all-purpose flour. If you have a blender, please do prefer blender. If not, that's okay. It's still easy to make. Use with your clean hands. Just sprinkle little water by little, and then keep pressing. So few people have a query like, how do I know if my dough is in the correct stage? So once the dough starts pulling up from the sides of the bowl, then your dough is completely ready. It's not very soft, it's not very dry. You can feel it. It's good. You can feel it. If you went punch a hole, it will just bounce it up. So that's the correct stage for the dough. So at that time, just add little non-sticky spray. If you have a non-sticky spray, that's good. Or you just brush it up with an oil or any grease, and then cover it with a towel and keep it aside in a warm place for an hour. Up to 1.5 hours is maximum, not more than that. It might get very dry. So just 1 to 1.5 hours is good. And then to make the sauce, turn on the flame to medium heat, then place a pan, and now add the tomato paste and the water and just stir it up. And once it got little heat, now add the basil, salt, oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, and then just keep whisking it. Once it gets nice bubbles and the color will be changed into a little darker, turn the flame off and now sprinkle the Parmesan cheese and just whisk it until it completely dissolves. Now keep it aside, let it cool down, and just leave it up, the sauce for the side now. Now before setting up the pre-pizza, make sure you turn on your oven to 500 degrees Celsius so it will be preheat, so your crust will be thick and crunchy. So now take a 16-inch pizza. This recipe is for the 16-inch pan pizza. So take a 16-inch pan pizza size and now place the dough, and from the center to the edge, slowly press it out with your fingers. Make sure it's even in the center, and at the crust, if you want thick, make it a thick crust, or what thin, make it a thinner. It's your preference. Now once you make the crust, Now spread the sauce and now sprinkle the cheese on it. And one more important thing is, while you're spreading the sauce, make sure you're using the back side of the spoon so that it will be evenly spread. You don't want any thick things, thick lumps on it, so it will be even. And now cover it up with the mozzarella cheese completely, as much as possible if you love cheese. So make sure the sauce is covered with the cheese. It's like a bedding. And now add your favorite topping. In my case, I prefer pepperoni, so I'm placing the pepperoni on almost the complete in the 16-inch pizza, because I love pepperoni. And one more thing is, when you bake it up, it might get shrink. So you don't want to have a less topping. You want much topping. So keep it closer or overlap each other, so you will have good amount of toppings. Now slide it under the oven for 7 minutes under 500 degrees Celsius. After 7 minutes, you can make a peek, and you can see that it's a nice golden thin crust is baked. Now turn it off and take it out and slice it up. And when you're baking the pizza, it's gonna smell so yummy, the whole room. You can't resist to taste it, and also while slicing it up, you can't resist to taste it. So that's for sure, because that looks so yummy and cheesy. And when you're tasting it, you're gonna have a very proud moment that you have baked a pizza which is not lesser than any other restaurant style pizza. So please do try it and enjoy it. Thank you.